People lose their job or their paycheck every day because they filed the wrong kind of leave. FMLA and short-term disability sound like the same thing. They're not, and mixing them up can be one of the worst mistakes you can make when taking mental health leave. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what each one does, which one you need, and why the answer is very often both. One quick thing first, this is educational support only, not legal, medical, or HR advice. I'm the person that's actually navigated this and watched how it all plays out. I'm not a lawyer. If this does clear something up for you, a quick tap on the like button helps someone else find it. Let's get into it. Here's the whole difference in 2 sentences. FMLA protects your job, short-term disability replaces your paycheck. They do 2 completely different jobs, and that's exactly why people get them tangled up. So let's take them one at a time. FMLA, the Family and Medical Leave Act, is job protection. If you qualify and get approved, your employer can't legally fire you for taking that leave. And they have to hold your job for up to 12 weeks. To be eligible, you generally need 3 things. You've worked for your employer for at least 12 months, you've worked at least 1,250 hours in the past year, and your employer has at least 50 employees within 75 miles. Here's the catch that surprises everyone. FMLA doesn't pay you a dime. It's unpaid job protection. It keeps your job safe while you're out. It does not keep money coming in. So where does the money actually come from? There are a couple of answers here, and which one applies to you depends on where you live and what your employer set up. The first answer is short-term disability. Short-term disability is income replacement. It pays you a portion of your paycheck while you're unable to work, usually through an insurance plan your employer offers or one you've bought yourself. It doesn't replace your job on its own, just replaces some of your income. How much and for how long depends entirely on your plan. So check your own benefits document, don't just take a number off the internet. But short-term disability isn't the only place a paycheck can come from. A bunch of states run their own paid leave programs that cover your own health condition, including mental health. They come in 2 flavors. Some are state-run, meaning if you work in that state, you pay into it every check and the benefit is yours. It's not a favor from your employer. Others are voluntary or run through a private insurer, meaning you only have it if your employer opted in. So you actually have to confirm that you're covered before you can count on it. Doing my own research, here's every state I found, whether it's state administered or a voluntary plan, and roughly what it pays. If you're in one of these states, your state benefit might replace some of your paycheck instead of short-term disability, or it could be stacked on top of it. I keep this full state-by-state breakdown updated in my toolkit. Links down in the description if you want it. But for right now, all you need to know is that state paid leave is a lane and most people miss it. If you're sitting there going, okay, which one do I even need for my situation? I have a leave clarity check to help you answer that question. It's free, takes 1 minute, and it points you to your next step. That link is also in the description below. So here's why you usually want more than one of these working together. FMLA is the shield that holds your job. Short-term disability or your state program is the paycheck that keeps your lights on. If you only file for FMLA, your job is safe, but you're not getting paid. If you only line up the paycheck side, you might get income, but your job isn't legally protected. Running them together is what gives you protection and a paycheck at the same time. Okay, now that gotcha. These are typically approved separately by different people on different paperwork, on different timelines. Your HR department or leave administrator handles the FMLA side. An insurance carrier handles the short-term disability side, and your state usually handles the state side. One can say yes while the other says not yet. So you can't assume because you got one approved, the rest did too. You have to track them as separate claims, even though they're all covering the same leave. That's the whole picture. FMLA protects the job, short-term disability or state paid leave replaces the paycheck. And for a lot of people, the right answer is to file more than one and wash them as separate approvals. Once you know that, you stop leaving protection or money on the table. One more caveat when it comes to your paycheck. If you take FMLA and you don't have short-term disability, your leave is unpaid. So where does the money come from then? Employers can generally require you to use up your accrued sick time and PTO during FMLA leave, and plenty of them do. That vacation you were saving is now funding your medical leave. And if you do have short-term disability, it almost never pays from day one. Most plans have a waiting period, sometimes called an elimination period, commonly around 1 to 2 weeks. So you need to check your own plan. You're not getting a short-term disability check during that gap. So what fills it? Your sick time and your PTO. Again, often because your employer requires it. So even when you do everything right, you can spend the first stretch of your leave spending down the time off you earned. Plan for it so it isn't a shock in week 2 when you're already not okay. If you want to see how your provider needs to fill out the paperwork side without tripping a denial, go watch my walkthrough of the WH-380E form. See you over there. People lose their job or their paycheck every day because they filed the wrong kind of leave.